People could treat me wrong. It has nothing to do. I shared with a young lady this morning, wasn't trying to be offensive when I say this to anybody, because some of us have struggled with emotional abuse. But the truth is, you can really only emotionally abuse somebody that doesn't truly know who they are. When you have need of things, you can get abused in those areas. When you don't know who you are, you can believe things that people are implying that are less than who you are. And the lie is what abuses you. And believing the lie is what torments you. You try to emotionally abuse me, it'll never, ever happen. You will get emotionally abused trying. It's not going to happen. I'm a house with no empty rooms because I see the love of Christ for me. Why? Because I don't see the love of Christ through my circumstances always, because I'm not looking there. You don't try to find the love of God through the way life's going. You're looking in the wrong place. If life's defining the love of God, how could you ever get rooted and grounded? If His love's always challenged by life and circumstances, how could you ever know? So how do you know? Christ crucified, period. The measuring stick of God loving you is His Son hanging on the cross for your life to be restored. It is important for you every day to wake up and know God loves you because Christ was crucified. You could say, well, if He loved me, how come I got laid off? And why did my spouse die early? And how come my child took off? And how come I was in that bad accident? I thought God loved me. See, none of those things should be in your language and challenge God's love. This thing isn't even about you, right? It's about you living Him out in the midst of those things. When you're in a car accident, what's He look like in your shoes? When your child takes off, what's He look like in your shoes? Come on, it's the whole purpose of the cross. It's not for Him to make sure everything goes cookie cutter perfect for your life and make your circumstances go well. It's to empower you to live like Him and manifest Him in the midst of the moment. It's why you're a Christian. It's why He lives inside of you, not so you feel fuzzy and bubbly, so that you shine in the midst of darkness. So that when you actually get betrayed in life, you don't know what it means to live betrayed because you've been done so right that you just live that way. And people look and marvel and they say, how come he's not hurt and bothered and frustrated? You have a higher vision. You have a different view on life. I'm not going to let what one person did and one person said or didn't say define my life and decide how I'm doing and who I am if their name's not Jesus. Are you with me? This is what I mean by nobody owing you anything. I'm just putting clarity to it. I'm just explaining what I mean because it sounds unreachable to people because we've lived so needy for so long. We've allowed so many other things to decide who we are and how we are that we haven't allowed the truth to make us free. But He that the Son makes free is free indeed because there's points of no return. When you see this thing, you see this thing. Are you hearing me? Yeah? It's really, really good. It's really, really good. So nobody owes you a thing. You wake up every morning. The whole reason Mercy woke you up is gave you another day to look more like Him. That's the number one reason you're alive. Please keep that big in your heart. The number one reason you're alive is to shine. Anything that infringes on the light has to be deception. Has to be a strategy of darkness to infringe on the light because darkness is freaked out by light. The last thing darkness wants is this room to shine. So it'll keep you a little mesmerized, keep you in indecision, keep you caught up in tit for tat. And he said, she said, well, I feel, well, how come they? Well, that hurt. Well, I shouldn't. See, when you're in that place, you're not shining. The whole purpose of the cross is for you to bear witness of His image, and God is light. And there's no darkness in Him, 1 John 5:1 or 5:5, and there's no darkness in Him at all. Yeah? 1 John 1, chapter 1, it's around verse 5. God is light, and in Him God, in Him there is light, and there's no darkness in Him at all. None. Isn't that awesome? And where's He live? In us. Woo! So you can do all this, well, brother, yeah, but you got to realize. You can do that all day to me, and I won't hear a word of it. I'm having way too much. If I'm in a dream, leave me alone. Don't wake me up. I'm having way too much fun. Yeah?